Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you another really nice French-inspired recipe, which is my pork fillet with a mushroom and green peppercorn sauce. Right, let's get on with it. So here I've got around about 300 grams of mushroom with a big knob of butter sitting in my pan, and we're just sauteing these away. These mushrooms were different various sizes. Some of them were almost 4 inches in diameter. So we're just going to start cooking those off and sauteing them like that. Just put them in the butter, let the butter melt, let them cook off. We don't need to add anything yet. We're going to add in a little glug of brandy, and we're going to hit that with a ignition device, i.e. a lighter like that, and we're going to flambe these mushrooms off. How cool does that look? But it also adds amazing flavour to those mushrooms. Give us a bit of a stir, and just be careful if you're using a wooden spoon, that might catch fire as well. We don't want that at all. We want to be nice and safe in the kitchen. Right, give those a nice little stir like that, and as you can see, we've got a nice little bit of a char on there. I'm going to add in a little bit of cream, just like that, and we're going to start stirring that off and getting all that beautiful mushroom juice incorporated into the cream. It's going to start forming our sauce. It's a very simple sauce, this. Believe me, no real rocket science to it. It's only a couple of steps in it. I'm going to add in some Worcestershire sauce. You could also add in a little bit of beef stock concentrate, up to you, but I'm just using Worcestershire. Nice, quick, easy, and it's got all those other beautiful flavours with it. Keep stirring that through, start reducing it down, just let it simmer away like I am doing right there. This is half the recipe in the one pan, basically. So we're just going to stir that down, reduce it, and here are my green peppercorns. Now I just bought a jar of green peppercorns. I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons. That's all it needs. These little spicy or tasty morsels, they go a long way in a sauce like this, especially once you reduce it right down. Keep stirring those around like that. And the flavors are starting to hit my nostrils already. Okay, so as you can see, that sauce is starting to thicken just a little bit. I'll take that off the heat, and I'm going to get another fry pan, and we will start again. Alright, so new fry pan, knob of butter. We're going to let that butter melt down, become our cooking liquid, and I've got my little pork Scotch fillet medallions, a little bit of salt. That butter is melted, and all we need to do is throw these little medallions straight in, as little pork Scotch fillet medallions. They can go straight in on top of that butter, and the flavour of this meal is absolutely amazing. And if you cook it to my instructions, you will end up with the most tender pork ever. We're going to cook those off for around about 4 minutes on one side. Just let it keep cooking away, and we're using a fairly medium-high heat on this. We're not going to go too high, otherwise we'll burn the butter. If we go too low, the pork will stew. So let that keep going like that. As you can see, the pork is starting to change shape a little bit as well, and the flavour in the kitchen at the moment is just insane. Alright, so we've gone for around about our 4 minute, 3.5 to 4 minute mark, depending on how thick your little Scotch fillet steaks are. I'm going to give them a flip, and I'm only going to cook those for around about another 90 seconds. Okay, and that's all it needs, the pork. Then once that is done, we're going to take that out. We're going to rest those for around about 4 to 5 minutes on a plate, and let all that meat reabsorb any juice that's going to sort of leach out at that point. We're going to reactivate our sauce by a bit more heat, just like I'm doing right there. All we need to do is really heat this through, and we're going to add in the last of our flavours into that, and that's simply going to be some chive. You could use some spring onion if you want. I'm just going to use some chive. It's going to give that real soft onion type flavour into that sauce. And I use a pair of kitchen scissors, of course, to do my chives. You don't bruise them as much, and it's a little bit safer, a little bit easier. Now it's time to serve up. Put down your pork medallions, pour your sauce over the top, like I'm doing right there. Yum! And going to serve that up with a couple of sides, and the sides I'm going with today are some little potato wedges that I've actually cooked up in a bit of leftover duck fat that I used on Christmas Day for some duck fat potatoes. Right, so there we go. There's our little wedges. They're done. We've just boiled those potatoes up for about 10-15 minutes. Put those in a pan with the duck fat. Roasted those off at about 190 degrees until they're nice and golden brown, like I've done right there. I'm going to reuse that duck fat again. I'm going to strain that off, and we can use that to make up another dish. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Hit that notifications bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. Please share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. You want to learn how to create something a little bit in the French type fashion, but a bit of a fusion type fashion? Well, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Alright, I'm going to go and eat these awesome pork fillet steaks with my mushroom and green peppercorn sauce, and I will catch you next time. Bye!